Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Sunday evening immortality update. And here we have our Sunday evening program for this July 6th. And our guest tonight, Dr. Geordie Wave of D-Wave Systems. If you've ever had questions about quantum mechanics and quantum computing, quantum information science, well, tonight's your chance to ask them of Dr. Geordie Rose, the founder of D-Wave Systems. But first, I want to get into the news, since this is a program about longevity and the Immortality Institute progress through the year. I usually bring some updates on the news going on. And one thing I want to talk about first here is the Understanding Aging Conference that occurred at UCLA this past weekend. Yeah, and that was a fabulous conference, let me say. I'll bring up a picture here so you can see. Perhaps you're familiar with this, as it was on the front page of the Immortality Institute website. I was able to attend most of the lectures there, most of the presentations, and you can read summaries of the presentations at the Immortality Institute web forums. Unfortunately, I was not able or allowed, let's say, to stream the conference live. I really did want to stream that live, but for certain reasons wasn't able to, and I wasn't able to get many interviews. However, there were many people there at the Understanding Aging Conference that were recording interviews from news to the presentations to interviews about people who are promoting life extension. There were a lot of cameras going, and some of that stuff is starting to show up on the internet. So I will continue to update that forum thread at the Immortality Institute about the UABBA conference at UCLA. So everyone eventually should be able to get a lot of information from that conference. Again, I'm sorry I wasn't able to do as much coverage as I wanted to, and I just was able to give text summaries. However, again, there will be videos available, and I'll continue to update you on that. The next thing up that I want to talk about here is our Folding at Home team from the Immortality Institute and Longevity Meme. And the Folding at Home team has risen in the rankings. The last show we had 2 weeks ago, we were somewhere around 172, I think, 173. And as you can see here, the Longevity Meme has moved up to 167. Now, we did actually go down a couple notches just in the last couple of days, because there are a couple real hot teams that are folding like 500,000 points per day. That surpassed us. And but the good thing is, though, Longevity Meme, as you can see there on the image, on the picture, 81,000 points were folded today. That was just as of a couple hours ago. We're getting close to 100,000 points per day. And if you didn't know, in the second quarter now of the competition, we are talking about an increased prize. Yes, the top prize is now up to $200 for the top folder in the next quarter. And I don't have the numbers on me, but I think second place has bumped up to 150, third place 100, and the 5th through 12th place is now, instead of being just $10, it's up to $15. So we're really getting some momentum going. Spread the word about the Folding at Home team, the Longevity Meme team that the Immortality Institute is, of course, helping out with the Folding at Home prize. We want to keep on rising in those folding rankings to get the attention of all the other teams there, perhaps spur more competition within the Folding at Home project, because it's very important nowadays for simulation of biological processes. It really helps out in the study of many of the aspects of aging and disease. So, great news that the Folding at Home team continues to rise up in the rankings. As you can see there, up to 167. And I think before the end of today, we will be as high as 166. I think we're going to go up another place yet today. And keep on folding, keep your computers going. So that'll be awesome. And YBit, I see in the chat, has mentioned that setting up 5 virtual machines will fold more than anyone. Just an idea. I'm not sure about that. if setting up virtual machines will fold any more points than if you just had one processor going. But hey, we're open to any ideas that you might have. Okay, now on to another segment that I usually do, and this is the snake oil segment of the broadcast because, hey, we're all interested in longevity and defeating aging and warding off disease. And let me tell you, there are a lot of companies out there selling all kinds of products, and in the past we've kind of detailed some of those that perhaps are not the best things to be going with, such as magnetic rings. Those foot pads, those cleansing foot pads are the rage right now, and the Pure Power mouth guard and distance healing through meditation, things like that. And what I have for you this week is something that I just came across recently, and it is Heiress. I'm not sure if that's the right way to pronounce it. Arassys. And it's some sort of newfangled technological device. As you can see, it actually looks like something out of a 50s sci-fi movie with knobs and little, I don't know what you call them here. Here's another picture of the actual device. Little metal rods that they wave or press along your skin. Sometimes they do 3 at a time or 2 at a time. And it's supposed to rejuvenate your skin, and it's supposed to this is one of these things, it's hard to get information off the website. It's supposed to burn fat and help your health by making your muscles contract. Something about some sort of, they've got 1,000 different frequencies in a square waveform that's going to stimulate the nerves going to your muscles, and your muscles are going to contract and they're going to burn fat. Hey, I've got some news for you. You can do that just by going for a little jog this afternoon. But notice here on their website, now if I was looking for a true anti-aging device, this one is in fact called the Perfector. This machine apparently is called the Perfector. And if you go to their website and they've got a photograph of some woman in a bikini and some dude holding her, I'm going to say that's a red flag for you, that perhaps this is kind of snake oil. If there was a real, true rejuvenation therapy, I think it would be presented in a little bit different manner. Here's another little picture off of their website. Again, it's so sci-fi and so dreamy, and if you go to this Heiress website, the music might drive you crazy as well, because they've got this music playing in the background while they tell you all the wonders of this Perfector machine. So that's one I think I would avoid, the Perfector from Heiress. However, apparently some people are buying this machine. It costs something like $18,000 from what I can tell. I think dermatology clinics, some of them maybe are purchasing these, or spas, some of these high-end spa resorts purchasing these, and they're supposed to eliminate, wrinkles and whatnot. A whole bunch of stuff. Of course, most of these snake oil things do all of that, right? They're supposed to be, they're supposed to heal everything and cure everything. Well, unfortunately, we don't have anything too good. But back to the UABBA conference. There was real research being presented and many interesting things that are real rejuvenation therapies, especially Zheng Chui. I hope I pronounced his name correctly. The fellow who's doing the phase 2 trials of the granulocyte infusion to combat cancer. And that is really looking promising. It's only phase 2 trials right now, but that is something that I picked up from the aging conference at UCLA last weekend. And I hope at some point to have Zheng Chui on the program to talk about his cancer research, because he had some interesting stories about the advice people are giving him about his research. And it's really kind of interesting. So I was able to talk to him there. I wasn't able to get him on video, but hopefully he will come onto the program and explain how his trial is going with the cancer therapy.